Is the Almaden Valley real estate market still a strong seller's market? Last month, we hit some record numbers in Almaden. Did we increase those numbers or did they decrease? Well, stay tuned to look at the real data. Hi, I'm Theresa Wellman with homeownerexperience.com, your local San Jose, California realtor. And today we're talking about Almaden Valley. I love Almaden Valley. I live here in Almaden Valley and I'm passionate about Almaden Valley real estate. So we're really going to dig into the numbers and talk about what's exciting and what's going on in Almaden Valley right now. It's definitely been another record-breaking month. So let's look at those charts and data. Okay, here is the Almaden Valley single family market overview. So the average price is up again 12.5%. So if you've watched these Almaden videos, you know the prices fluctuate quite a bit. And in September, there were 9 sales over $2 million. So that swung the average up a little bit. But we're still up 8% year over year and below the 2018 peak. So the market's doing pretty well, and as far as prices are pretty strong, but not at amazing record levels like San Jose in general is. And we are selling about 2.5% over asking on average in Almaden Valley. And the closed sales were the same from August to September, but it's the pending sales that were pretty exciting. And we'll get into that some more. Now, there were 32 units closed in August and September, but that's 50% more than September 2019, which was only 21. So really hoppin' market for Almaden Valley this time of year. And we've had more sales in 2020 so far compared to 2019 if you go year to date. So Almaden Valley has really benefited this year by buyers coming in. So here's the overview of the market from 2015 to 2020. I'm going to put your attention to the orange and blue lines here in the upper section because those are average and median prices. As you can see, the average price goes up and down, and that again is because of the higher end sales that I mentioned. The median is a little bit more stable, but is still on the upward increase. The exciting numbers here are the yellow line, which is our inventory. As you can see, is record low. 2017 had some lower numbers, but not this time of year. It wasn't decreased quite this quickly, but it had some flat, and we've had much more of a cyclical cycle here with a peak. Actually, what is that, in May, which is unusual. Usually it's a little bit later, and especially with the delayed market with coronavirus, it is interesting that the market peaked in May at such a low number. But what I really want to call your attention to is this dotted blue line, because this is the pending sales. And this is really exciting. And this is where you really see the influence of the increased number of sales here in Almaden. So the sales are really heavy, the green line, towards the end of the year. Typically, they're going to peak in May or June. And here we are with a peak in June, but also very strong in August and September, where normally we would see those numbers decreasing. And look at those pending sales. So October, I think, is going to be a really big closing month as well, which is record-breaking, very unusual. So let's talk a little bit more about the actual comparison numbers of the inventory. As you saw from that yellow curve, the inventory is down again, and it's 26% lower than August or September compared to August is 26% lower. And it's down 68% year over year. Yow, that's quite a bit. Now, the pending sales, though, are at record levels. We have 43 pending sales in September. Wow. August was a really strong pending sale month, but now we're up again. And as you saw from that dotted blue line before, it is a second wave in the market. Pretty impressive. Now, these pending sales are up 79% from September in 2019. So this is not just a normal thing that happens. This is a really big September and a really big autumn season for Almaden. So it's such a strong seller's market that the days of inventory works out to only 15 days. That's in 2 weeks, everything on the market would sell. That is impeccable and completely unbelievable. If you're considering selling your home, I really highly recommend you evaluate whether you can do that before the holidays, because it is such a strong market right now. There are a lot of buyers trying to jump in. So pending sales are up 30% while the inventory is down 26%, going in completely opposing directions. With the sales price to list price ratio of 102.5%, with the the closed sales in September. But as mentioned, those pending sales were really strong, and I guarantee that that number is going to increase and those prices are going to increase in October. The demand is really heated up. And our inventory is acting like it's winter. We have really low inventory numbers, only 17 homes active on the market as we ended up September, with 43 pending, meaning 71% of the single family homes are in contract. I don't think I've ever seen a number that high. I've seen 64 and 65%, but never 71%. This is a phenomenal record-breaking market right now. Last month, we were at 59% of the homes in contract. So, wow, really, really big numbers. To find out more about the local real estate market, including unemployment numbers and interest rates, please check out my San Jose market update video from this month, October 2020. And you can also check out the Almaden Valley Homes and Neighborhoods playlist for more information about Almaden Valley.